what if you're someone who doesn't have anybody? What do you do?
For most of us, it's hard to imagine life without cell phones and computers, but there are many people who rely solely on landlines as their way of communication, just like 92-year-old Winnipegger Gina Bridges.
The phone line is imperative for her.
Gabriella Bridges reached out to City News through our tip line. Her mother Gina lives in an apartment. She was supposed to move to assisted living on Tuesday, but after testing positive for COVID-19, her move was postponed to next week. Before canceling the move, they had pre-planned with Bell MTS to disconnect her phone line, but since she was too ill to move, they tried to get her phone reconnected, but were unsuccessful.
We explained that she's 92 years old and has a Lifeline around her neck, the necklace that you press, and that also she has home care that comes 4 times a day. And the phone line is literally a lifeline for my mom because home care gets into the building by calling her phone 4 times a day. And also, if anything happens where she needs help, she can push her Lifeline button. But without a phone line, that's all impossible.
With her mom isolated in the apartment, Gabriella says she has been without communication for the past 3 days. She says they have reached out several times to Bell MTS to get her phone reconnected, but no one has been available to come.
I just think it's irresponsible for Bell MTS not to have a system in place to help people that don't have any other choice.
We reached out to Bell MTS for comment on this matter. They said they can't discuss specific customer cases, but do prioritize specific circumstances such as the use of lifelines. Quote, "We encourage customers to make us aware of circumstances like this and will make every effort to ensure that any interruptions in service are minimized." However, Bridges is extremely frustrated and says having no phone line for a matter of days is extremely dangerous for her mom.
If anything would have happened to my mom where she fell or couldn't breathe or needed help, she wouldn't have any way to, she could push her Lifeline all she wanted, but it would be hooked up to her phone and there would be nobody coming.
In 2019, 54% of households in Canada used landlines. Bridges said it's important to advocate for her mom and many others who continue to use phone lines and is calling to have a better system in place.
That means somebody who's called and made an appointment and maybe wants a movie channel hooked up doesn't get bumped out of the queue because a 92-year-old doesn't have her Lifeline hooked up to her phone line. That makes absolutely zero sense to me.
As of Thursday afternoon, Gabriella's mom still did not have her phone reconnected after reaching out to Bell MTS several times to get it fixed. In Winnipeg, Alex Karpa, City News. City News Winnipeg is your news, and we want to hear from you. Share your story ideas with us. Email your news tips to winnipeg@citynews.ca or reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For more, head to our website, winnipeg.citynews.ca.